Om Pratibodhidam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratita Puranamnina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshini Bhagavati Ashtadashadhyayini Ambattvamanusantatami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshini.
We'll start with verse 2.
Verse 2. Bhavapi bhutanam sitau vistaraso maya tattaka tattaha
Kamalapatra
Kamalapatra Mahatyam Yamapi Chavyam
Admyam Api Chavyayam.
Chatvayam Bhava Apyayo He.
Apyayo He. Yeah.
Indeed, the creation and dissolution, Bhutanam of things and beings, Shrutau, having been heard, Vistarasaha, in detail, Maya, by me, Tattaha, from you, Kamalapatraksha, Krishna, whose eyes are like the lotus petals, Avyayam Mahatmyam Apicha, and also your perennial glory was heard. Indeed, the creation and dissolution of things and beings have been heard in detail by me from you, Krishna, whose eyes are like the lotus petal, and also your perennial glory was heard. Arjuna addresses Krishna here as Kamala Patracha, a very nice expression. Kamala can mean the whole lotus, but here it means lotus flower, and Patra is petal, is a petal. A lotus petal is very soft and shaped like an eye. Thus, eyes that are soft and pleasing are likened to the Kamalapatra. So, Krishna is addressed as the one whose eyes are like the petal of the lotus, very clear and soft. You can look at it another way also. This is the fun of Sanskrit scholars. Ka means Sukha. Here it refers to Brahma Sukha, Ananda, obtaining as the Swarupa of Atma, Brahman. Then Kam Alati Iti Kamalaha means the one that illumines, reveals the Brahma Sukha. So Kamala is that which reveals the Ananda, the self. It is self-knowledge. Patra means the one who protects one from falling. Patanat Trayate.
Patanat Trayate.
Patanat self-knowledge saves the person from samsara. That is, Kamalapatra means self-knowledge that saves you from samsara. Then Achayate iti Atsaha. Gained, understood. Ishvara is understood only by self-knowledge. There is no other way. He is the one who is accomplished as oneself. So the one who is accomplished by that self-knowledge that reveals Ananda and saves you from samsara is called Kamalapatracha, Ishvara. Though this sounds far-fetched, it is possible in Sanskrit to find such a meaning. If there is a possible meaning and it does not hurt the Shastra, it is fun to explore that. Prashant, you want to read?
Prashant, you want to read? You said.
Yeah. Yes. So Kamala is that which reveals the Ananda. Angadane, okay?
The chapter deals with Ishvara.
The chapter deals with Ishvara, the next para.
1 second.
Next
chapter
paragraph.
deals with Ishvara in a form in which everything here is included. There is nothing outside Vishwarupa, the cosmic form. Hence, there is going to be a lot of poetry here, and from that standpoint, it is a very interesting chapter. For devotees committed to duality, this is the greatest chapter. For a jignasu, it is something that has to be understood properly. The cosmic form Virat includes all details. Previously, Bhagavan said that he is manifest in each form. Now, in one form, everything is included. As the sting runs through all the beads, includes all of them and holds them all together, Sutre Maniganaha Iva.
Maniganaha iva. Sutre Maniganaha iva. Yeah.
Maniganaha Iva. Similarly, Ishvara is in and through every being.
Manigana means it's a mala. Something like a mala. Mani beads. Mani means beads. Ganaha means the cluster of beads put together through sutra. Sutra meaning thread. Sutre Maniganaha eva. A mala that has been strung through a sutra. That's what it means. Yeah.
1 minute, something happened. 1 minute.
Any glory,
Similarly, Sutre Maniganaha Eva. Similarly, Ishvara is in and through every being. Any glory manifest anywhere belongs to him. Now, here in one cosmic form, everything is included. There, the immanence of the Lord was pointed out, and here it is the very form of the Lord that includes all the forms. Arjuna says, two things were heard by me, Bhava and Apyaya of the Bhutas. Bhava means creation. Apyaya is dissolution. Both the creation and dissolution of all the beings, Bhutanam, Bhava, Pyaya,
Yeah.
have been heard of by me. The creation and dissolution of the Stula and Sukshma Upadis, and also the Panchabhutas, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi were heard. How? In detail, Vishwatarashaha,
Vistarasaha. Vistarasaha means in detail. Yeah.
Vistarasaha, from whom? From you, Tvata. Because of your grace,
Tvattaha, Tvattaha,
Tvataha.
Yeah.
Because of your grace, I could hear all of these from you, O Lord, not briefly but in detail. In all these chapters, from the 7th chapter onwards, Bhagavan's glory has been told by Bhagavan himself. The process of creation, dissolution, death, what happens after that, everything has been discussed. Appa, can you continue reading? I just have to align my screen. It's not.
Further, Mahatmyam cha Abhyay, endless glories, are also heard. Mahatma means the one whose Atma is Mahan. He is all pervasive. It refers to Ishvara here. Mahatmyam means the nature of the one who is Mahatma, that is the glory of Ishvara. Therefore, Arjuna says here, your glory I have been hearing in all these chapters, and it is also Avyaya. The word Avyaya does not mean eternal here, but perennial. In every creation, it keeps coming again and again. Your glory, Aishwarya, is not subject to destruction, it's Avyaya. Ishvara's qualities are absolute and therefore not subject to time. The word Sruta, heard, is to be added here to complete the sentence Mahatmyam cha Avyayam Srutam.
Arjuna makes his request explicit. Evametat jatat
Yata evam yetat yata tatvam atmanam parameshwara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaram purushottam.
Yata, just as from Atta, you tell
Mata. Yeah.
Atta. You tell Atmanam about yourself, Parameshwara, O Lord, Evam in the same manner, Etat this, Drashtum Ichchami, I long to see, Te Rupam Aishwaram, your form as the Lord, Purushottama, the most exalted among beings. Just as you have been telling about yourself, Lord, in the same manner, I long to see the form of yours as the Lord Purushottama Krishna. Parameshwara yatatvam atmana mevam etat
Atmanam evam etat atta.
atmanam mevam etat atta. O Lord, just as you have been talking to me about yourself in this manner, the word Parama means not limited by time, space or object, and Ishvara is the one who is the cause, the Lord of everything. Evam etat means this is indeed. So, yatatvam atmanam atta.
Atta.
Atta. Just as you have been telling me about yourself, just as you have revealed yourself. Arjuna tells the Lord, this form of yourself about which you are talking to me, I totally accept as true. Shankara adds, na anyata, exactly in this manner, not in any other manner. Arjuna is saying, I see that what you say is true and I accept it. I accept because I understand. That is what is conveyed here. It is not that Arjuna is trying to validate Lord Krishna. When you said of yourself, I am this, I am that and so on, you told of your immanence. And I would like to see that form, says Arjuna. Again, Arjuna uses the vocative when he says Purushottama because he is imploring. He addresses Krishna as the one who is Purusha and Uttama, the most exalted of all beings. Krishna's form is also Bhagavan's form, so he says, O Purushottama, I would like to see that Aishwaram Rupam of yours. Shankara says that Bhagavan's form is endowed with knowledge, overlordship, strength, creative power and glory, Jnana Aishwarya Shakti, Bala Virya Tejo Bihi,
Bala Virya Tejo Bihi Sampannam.
Aishwaram Rupam. There is another definition of Bhagavan in the tradition that Shankara uses here. We have seen another popular definition of the word Bhagavan earlier. Footnote.
Yeah, that is Bhaga. The sixfold quality is the sixfold Shakti is Bhaga. That, he has mentioned in volume 1, page 42. There he has explained Bhaga is sixfold Bhagas. We have recently also seen that. The same thing which he says, Aishwarya is explained as Jnana Aishwarya Shakti Bala Virya Tejobhi. These are different, in the sense, express all the glories in various, in all superlatives. That is what is being done here. And Bhagavan also does the same thing. Sixfold Bhaga qualities were explained. That is why Bhagavan was explained. So Bhagavan and Ishvara both are explained as sixfold glories of Bhagavan. Yeah.
Cause Vijnatum to know, Ichami I wish, he because, Tava your.
No. This is Aishwarya that belongs to Ishvara.
Footnote படிச்சேன், let's read இப்போ. அப்புறம் continue பண்ணு. This is the Aishwarya that belongs to Ishvara. Verse 4 க்கு முன்னாடி para.
Can someone take over? I'll again come back.
This is the Aishwarya that belongs to Ishvara, the Lord's form, that I want to see. Drashtum Ichchami. Arjuna knows that this is a good opportunity to ask Lord Krishna to show his cosmic form, but he is doubtful about whether Bhagavan will reveal it, and that doubt is expressed in the next verse. Verse 4.
Manya se yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshvara tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. Yadi, if manya se, you think, that form, maya, by me, drashtum sakyam iti, is possible to be seen, prabho, O Lord, yogeshvara, Lord of the yogis, tata, then, me tvam darshaya, you please show me, atmanam yourself, avyayam, who is perennially eternal. If you think it is possible for me, Lord, to see that form of yours, then, Lord of the yogis, you please show me your perennially eternal self. Arjuna wants to see, but then the choice of course is left to Bhagavan. When people know they are asking too much, they always start with, if it is not too much to ask. It's a prelude to asking for a lot. Similarly, Arjuna says, if you consider it is possible for me to see that form, O Lord, manyase yadi maya tadrishtam sakyam iti prabho.
Shakyam means possible.
Yes.
Sakyam iti prabho. Arjuna knows he is not qualified because the ordinary eyes he has are not enough. Some extra eye may be necessary to see the cosmic form, and that is what he is implicitly requesting here. He addresses Krishna as Prabhu. Prabhu is the Lord who gives everything. You will find this chapter is full of vocative case. Again he says Yogeshwara, the one who is the Lord among the yogis. A yogi is one who has accomplished the end called moksha, accomplished by the sannyasis. The one who has that yoga is called yogi. There are many yogis, and Krishna is called the Lord of all of them. He is the most exalted yogi, the one who keeps the yoga maya, the maya of the Lord, under his control. Any yogi at the very least keeps his body under control. That is asana siddhi. Then his health can be maintained and senses etc. can be kept under control by yama, niyama, pranayama, prayataha, prayataha, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. This Ashtanga Yoga will help him to achieve self-mastery. As a person he is together. Then certain innate powers in the Maya like Anima, Garima, Lahima, etc. can be kept under control, for which there is a Siddhi Prakarana in the Yoga Sutras. Such people seem to have existed only in earlier times, but among those people who had a few things under control, Lord Krishna is the one who has everything under control. He is Mayavi, the one who wields the Yoga Maya. He has said to himself, Atma Mayaya, Aham Sabbhavavi. With the help of Maya, I come into being in this particular form. So when Arjuna addresses Krishna as Yogeshwara, it looks like a very consciously chosen word. Since you are Yogeshwara, you can after all lend some of your powers to me so that I can see your glorious form. So if you think it is possible, then Tata, for my sake, please show me Darshaya, your own self, Atmanam, which is Avyaya, Aishwaram Rupam, the perennially eternal form of the Lord, says Arjuna. Even though the time-bound Jagat is subject to dissolution, it comes back again and again, so it is Avyaya, eternal. I think Arjuna repeats 4 times till now asking him to show the Vishwarupa.
Yeah. So, it's not easy, It's all Mahayogi, Yoga and all. He is trying to build a context. In the sense, Vyasa perhaps is building it up so that we all appreciate what it is all about. It is not a simple thing. And that's why Swamiji has explained that there were yogis who had all those powers. And he is a Mahayogi, so it is only possible by him, a Mahayogi, you can reveal the cosmic form. Yeah.
Actually, you should look at it from our perspective.
Yeah. Correct. It is all meant for us. But put in the words of Bhagavan and put in the words of Arjuna. Yeah.
Should not take Lord Krishna for granted. No?
Once again. Can you read? I will.
Next
Now
paragraph.
that Arjuna has made this request, Krishna has to decide whether to grant it. Whether or not is a common expression, but the correct usage is only whether being followed by or not. Whether one likes this, grammatically this is right. He can refuse and change the subject, but he seems to see it as a good teaching opportunity. Another method of revealing his cosmic form. So far he has only been speaking, but here is a chance to use a visual device. And he thought that it would be good for Arjuna. And Arjuna said in the first chapter, I do not want to cause all these problems. I will be incurring sin. He showed an inflated sense of his role in all of this. So Krishna perhaps thinks this is a good occasion to demonstrate how there is only one Purusha and everything else is Prakriti. That one Purusha is Purushottam. What happens to
Which happens?
It happens to the Atma. Yeah.
to be the Atma? This is what the entire Shastra is saying. There is no second
So these are all this sort of a thing, no? This sort of an explanation you have to pay attention to. See, when Bhagavan and the Gita itself says only Purushottama, but which happens to be the Atma, and that is what the entire Shastra is saying. And there is no second thing. Is the Vidya that he has been telling all along, right from the beginning of the Upadesha. That we have to take note of. Since the whole thing is, as I have been telling, like you can even visualize when, as you are sleeping, you are in one with Ishvara, you get up, you are just the awareness being. From there, the next second, the whole world of yours comes into a being. You can, in the early morning, you can just imagine the whole, once you get up, the whole world at once comes into being. That can happen to you. There is no big deal that Ishvara is able to come out with the cosmic form. It is a question of visualization. That is why he says there is only one Purushottama which happens to be Atma, and that is what the entire Shastra is saying. There is no second thing. So you the being and Ishvara the being are one and the same. Everything else is the changing world, a splash that comes to us every morning and goes back in the night. Likewise in Pralaya, it comes into being and goes back, in Pralaya it goes back to the dissolution. So, same thing, but only that one is a cosmic form, meaning because it includes the, the world that comes into being in everyone's morning. Just imagine all the jantus have a morning and have a night. Every time they come in the morning, so many jantus are coming into a cosmic form. And they all put together only is the cosmic form. There is no other cosmic form other than the expression of Atma, of individual beings. So that we must be able to visualize. That's what he is trying to say. That is what the whole thing is all about. Whole thing is just a splash of continuity of the previous night. And that is definitely going to go back. It's going to, through the day, it will develop and again go back in the night. Come through the day, develop and go back in the night. So, what is not there before and what is not going to be there later is only an appearance during the day. And that is why it is mithya. Whereas you are there in the night, the day and again night. That means you are the reality, you are the being. The Purushottama is the Swarupa is the same. In terms of Swarupa, there is no difference between Atma and Purushottama. Only that the scale of Vishwarupa is different. One is Vishwarupa, another is Rupa. That's all. So that much of understanding you must have. That is why he says that you think that you are doing so many things. Whereas you see the cosmic form, everyone will be continuously coming to life and coming to destruction also. You can see in the cosmic form, we will show that every one of the people are coming in, getting into the teeth of jaws of death and goes to the jaws of the Yamadharma Raja and going out. Coming in, getting into the jaws of Yamadharma Raja and going out. Like that it will be happening in the cosmic form. By seeing that, you will know that Karna, Bhishma, are all already in the jaws of death. You will be going. So you don't think that you are doing anything. It's all in the whole matrix of Dharma. It's all what is to happen is happening. You are only doing your bit. That part of it, he can show it visually, which he has been talking all along. That is why Bhagavan uses this as an opportunity to show Arjuna the unreal nature of the world. That's what he wants to show. Yeah.
Verse 5 to 7, Adwa.
Yeah, Arjuna's protest against.
One para is there before. Yeah.
Arjuna protests against engaging in battle thinking that he would incur sin. Arjuna protests against engaging in battle, thinking that he would incur sin, etc., are all going to be answered simply by this visual teaching. Bhagavan anticipates this and therefore decides to show him this form. At last, Bhagavan decides to show him the form. Bhagavan decides, verse 5 to 7, Bhagavan decides to show his countless forms of infinite variety. See, Bhagavan uvacha, Pashya me partha rupani, Shatashota sahasrashaha, Nana vidyani divyani, Nana varna kritini
Vidani.
Nana vidani divyani, Nana varna kritini cha. Sri Bhagavan the Lord, Uvacha said, Pashya, see, Partha, Arjuna, me rupani, my forms, Satashaha in hundreds, Ata then Sahasrashaha in thousands, Nana Vidani of many varieties, Divyani effulgent, Nana Varna Akritini.
Akriti means, Akriti means Rupam, yeah.
Akriti nature and of many colors and shapes. See, Bhagavan said, see Partha Arjuna, hundreds and thousands of my forms of many varieties, effulgent and of many colors and shapes. Bhagavan says, Pashya, look, but he does not show his form immediately. So, this is only an introduction to the topic. When he says, look here, he means you are going to see. That is the sense in which it is used here. It means you are qualified and you are now going to see. Therefore, Pashya, please look. Bhagavan says, arresting Arjuna's attention, and he addresses him as Kunti's son Partha. What should he see? Me Rupani, my forms, which are hundreds, Shatashaha and thousands, Sahasrashaha in number. The word 100 and 1000 are not to be taken literally. They have the meaning of countless, Amita. And not only are they numerous in terms of quantity, they are of infinite variety, Nana Vidani, forms with all different features. Then again, they include not only what you can know here, but what you can never imagine, Divyani, things that are in heaven and other lokas. Not only are they of all different features, but different types of physics. Akritini, you have seen only the animals and human beings that exist on this planet. Even on this planet, there are so many types of people and species of animals that you have not seen. You will see varieties of forms in me right now. Do not think that you are going to see only local things. You will see all sorts of other things that you have never seen, says Bhagavan, arresting Arjuna's attention. Swamiji, at this place, I kind of remember this telescope, you will see in some of those Kodai, Uti and all. People will be thronging in long queues to see the biggest form like that. It looks
you can imagine something like Webb's telescope. Today they are talking about 4 billion years away and all that. Something like that only it is, yeah.
Pashya Dityan Vasun Rudran. Okay. Pashya Adityan Vasun Rudran Ashwino Marutastata Bahun Yat Drishta Purvani.
Bahuni Adrishta Purvani. Bahuni means malam. Many, yeah.
Bahuni Drishta Purvani.
Adrishta.
Bahuni Adrishta.
Bahunya Adrishta Purvani. Pashyascharyaani Bharata.
Pashya Ascharyani.
Pashyascharyaani Bharata. Pashya, see Adityan, the Adityas, Vasun, Vasus, Rudran, Rudras, Ashwinau, two Ashwins, Marutah, Tata, as well as the Maruts. Pashya, see Bahuni, many other, Ascharyaani, wondrous forms, Adrishta Purvani, never seen before, Bharata, Arjuna. Bharata, Arjuna, see the Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, two Ashwins, as well as the Maruts. Actually, in Upanishad, we will learn that Vasun, Rudran, we will have that.
Yeah. Everything what is told in that Sri Rudram, all this will be mentioned there. Yes.
See also many other wondrous forms never seen before. Bhagavan says, now Arjuna, you can see these 12 Aditya Devatas, the 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 2 Ashwini Devatas, considered to be the Devatas of spell, and the 7 groups of Marut Devatas. All of them have never been seen before by you or by anyone else. Adrishta Purvani and many other Bahuni, wondrous forms, Ascharyani, which you could never see otherwise, much less see in a single form. Not only that, Ihai Kastam Jagat Kritsnam Pashyapya Sacharacharam Mama Dehe Guda Kesha Yaschanyat Drashtu Mitchasi. Guda Kesha, Arjuna, Adya, today, Iha here, Ekastam in one place, Jagat Krishnam, the entire world, Sacharacharam, movable and immovable, Mamadehe, in my body, Pashya, see, Yatcha Anyat, and anything else, Drashtum Ichasi, which you wish to see. They here in my body, please see the entire world, movable and immovable in one place, and anything else, Gudakesha, Arjuna, which you wish to see. Addressing him as Gudakesha, Bhagavan draws Arjuna's attention. Gudakesha we have seen is the one who has mastered his sleep. Here, residing in one place in my body, please see the entire world right now. The world is divided into two parts, moving and non-moving. In one place in my body, please see all this Arjuna. And not only that, anything else you want to see, Yatcha Anyat Drashtum Ichchasi. What else can there be when everything is in this form? The only thing remaining, Shankara says, is the question of who is going to win this battle. Arjuna wondered whether his side would win. Now you can resolve that and all other doubts, says Bhagavan. You will see the future, including the outcome of this war. It is all settled. Duryodhana, by his deeds, has already brought about the destruction of his clan. You need not do anything more than play your part. It is like a fruit that is already ripened. You simply have to touch it and it will fail. It would look as if you have brought it down. It looked as if you brought it down, but it is not so. It was on the verge of falling as it is. Similarly, Duryodhana is ripe for being destroyed. All you have to do is release a few arrows, nothing else. By his own karmas, he has already brought about the phala, which is why the war is being waged. He has sought this destruction, worked hard for it, and therefore is getting it. Who are you in all this? You are only an instrument, nimitta, in the whole process. This Bhagavan is going to tell later. Therefore, if you wish to see anything more, Yatcha Anyat Drashtum Ichchasi, such as the outcome of this war, you will see it all here in my Deha, my form.
Verse 8. Arjuna is given divine eyes to see the cosmic form. Natuvam shakyase drashtum anenaiva swachachusha divyam dadami te chachuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram natu shakyase, but you will not be able drashtum to see me anena eva swachakshusha.
Swachakshusha means your own eyes. Yeah.
Merely with these physical eyes of yours alone, dadamite, I will give you divyam chachusha, divine eye. Pasya, please see, me yogam aishwaram, my wondrous power. But it is not possible for you to see me merely with your own eyes alone. I will give you a divine eye. Please see my wondrous power. Even though it is possible to see all this, the problem here is your eyes are not adequate to see me in this cosmic form. The natural human eyes with which we can see a few things are not capable of seeing something of this dimension. For that you require a special eye. You can call it the eye of wisdom or an extraordinary eye created by Lord Krishna through his power of Maya. Either way, Bhagavan gave Arjuna the capacity to see his cosmic form. He says, I will give you eyes that are divya. Therefore, please see my wondrous power. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Yoga here is the power of Maya, a power that is beyond compare. It holds the capacity for all knowledge, Jnana Shakti, all activity, Kriya Shakti, and all desire, Ichcha Shakti. Please see my wondrous power of Maya in this form. Bhagavan has given Arjuna the capacity to confront his power. Now the scene shifts to the palace at Hastinapura, and we are reminded that Sanjaya is relating this dialogue to the Dhritarashtra. The whole dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna is a narration by Sanjaya. Sanjaya now speaks directly to Dhritarashtra because he also saw the cosmic form. He also had Divya Chakshu.
Verses 9 to 13, Sanjaya's narration to Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva tato rajan mahayogeshvaro harihi dasyayama sabhataya paramam rupam aishwaram. Sanjaya uvacha said, Tataha then, Rajan, O king, Mahayogeshwaraha, the limitless Lord of all yogis, Hari, whose grace destroys all papa, Evam Uktva, thus having spoken, Dasyayamasa showed, Parthaya, to Arjuna, to Arjuna, Paramam Rupam Aishwaram, his wondrous all-inclusive form. Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, O king, then the limitless Lord of all yogis, whose grace destroys all papa, showed to Arjuna his wondrous all-inclusive form. When Arjuna said this, O king, then the Lord showed Arjuna his cosmic form, says Sanjaya. Sanjaya refers to Krishna here as the Lord of all yogis, Yogeshwara, who is also limitless, Mahan, and who is called Hari because his grace destroys all papa. The form he showed to Arjuna was one that includes all forms. That was Parama. Any given form generally excludes every other form. But here it is one form containing all forms, each of which still enjoys its own form. That is the beauty. If all vast forms are rolled into one form, the individual forms are lost. But here, in one sweep of vision, we can see one form consisting of all forms. This cosmic form Bhagavan showed to Arjuna. Then Sanjaya, who also could see that cosmic form, continues with his own description of the whole thing. Aneka Vaktranayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Baranam, Divyanekodhyatayudham, Divyamalya Bharadaram, Divyagandhanulepanam, Sarvascharyamayam Devam, Anantam Vishwatomukam. Tat Rupam, that form, Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, consisted of countless mouths and eyes. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, of countless wondrous objects. Aneka Divya Abharanam, of countless celestial ornaments. Divya Aneka Udyata Ayudham, had countless extraordinary weapons in a raised state for use. Divya Malya Ambaradharam, wearing celestial garlands and garments. Divya Gandhanu Lepanam, anointed with special sandal paste. Sarvascharyamayam, that which is all wonder. Devam, effulgent. Anantam, endless. Vishwatomukam, that which spanned all the directions. That form consisted of countless mouths and eyes, countless wondrous objects, countless celestial ornaments, and countless extraordinary weapons in a raised state for use. Wearing celestial garlands and garments, anointed with special sandal paste, it was all wonder, effulgent, was endless, and was one that spanned all the directions. The form that Bhagavan showed to Arjuna, and which Sanjaya also saw, was due to the Maya Shakti of Ishvara. It was a highly elaborate form with not one but millions of mouths, Aneka Vaktra, and millions of eyes, Aneka Nayana. It is all dramatically presented here. And this form consists of countless wondrous objects which Shankara says are awe-inspiring, Aneka Adbhuta Darshana. It has forms never seen before.
Swamiji, actually, some of the words coming here are from Rudram. So, Shiva also has Vishwarupam then?
Yeah, actually, see, the same Ishvara, that's why, the idea is only, you can see in Gita itself, the only name given to Bhagavan is only Ishvara. Ishvara, while the Jagat comes into being is Brahma, when it is being sustained it is Vishnu, when it goes to Pralaya it is Rudra. So, like that it is. It is how there is no differentiation as far as the Shakti, the Maya Shakti is Ishvara all in one. And it takes different forms like depending on the job at hand. One is creation, another is sustenance, another is destruction. So that is how, so that is why the Ishvara, the all power, all glory and all Vedyam, everything has been described as it is a very, what you call, a generic name which is given to what all you can imagine as all its glories. That is how we have to look at. So it is not, Rudra is different from Vishnu, is not different from Shiva or Brahma and all that. That is, that differentiation comes for perhaps sort of people cannot comprehend everything. They want to give a rupa. In that rupa, they want to invoke certain mantras, and when they do, like even in the beginning of Rudram also, we do that Lagunyasam. There we just imagine Shiva only as Himalaya and having that loincloth made of tiger skin and all those things. So only imagine, so it becomes easy for us to do the dhyanam and all that. So it's all, the forms are all only for useful for meditation. Beyond that, there is no differentiation in terms of one being different from the other. It's all one cosmic form appearing in different form depending on our own Shakti of imagination for the purpose of dhyanam or meditation or puja or worship, whatever you call it. So that way only the differentiation. There is no real differentiation at the ultimate cosmic form which has both, all the things. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Rudra, Yama, or Indra, Chandra, everything is included in this form that he is showing. That is what he is trying to tell. Yeah.
And last question, like how in Bhagavata we have Pattat Dashakam for Krishna, like that. When we read this verse on Vaikuntha Ekadashi, it is very good for us because it talks about how Krishna gave Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjun, right?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Yes. Even during the, we chant during our lunch time also, the 15th chapter. Like in the sense, because it aham vaishwanaro bhutva praninam deham ashritaha prana pana samayuktaha pachamyannam chadurvidam. Because that pachamyannam chadurvidam, in every annam, form of annam I am there, we read it while eating, before eating. Likewise Brahmarpanam and all that. So every aspect of Bhagavan described in good chants can be used depending on the occasion with which you want to propitiate. So that you are able to bring to focus certain vibhutis and you are able to concentrate. It is a purely a Saguna Brahma Manasa Vyaparam. The Swami always used to say meditation, one is Saguna Brahma Manasa Vyaparam. The Nididhyasanam is Nirguna Brahma, where there is no Vyaparam, there is only silence. So that is after the final understanding, you want to consolidate the understanding, there you call it Nididhyasanam. Till then it can be meditation, that is Saguna Brahma Manasa Vyaparam. One of them can be the Vishwarupa Darshan.
It has forms never seen before, each as striking as the next, and it is full of thousands of splendid ornaments that you could never think of. Aneka Divya Abharana. It has special instruments of destruction, all ready for use. Divya Aneka Udhyata Ayuda. The weapons were not just of this world that are commonly known, but those that are Divya, not of this world. Destruction is constantly going on in this cosmic form. So there are appropriate weapons for all forms of destruction, all being brandished and ready for use. Arjuna sees all this. It is a form decked with garlands of celestial flowers beyond imagination, and it is wearing celestial garments, Divya Malyam Bharadara, and it is anointed with especially fragrant sandal paste, Divya Gandha Anulepana. It is all one great endless wonder, Sarva Ascharya and Ananta. It is effulgent Deva. In whichever way he looked, there was no end to this form at all, no top, no bottom, no width, no end in any direction. Vishwato Mukha. Arjuna sees the one whose form includes all forms and who is Atma, the truth of all forms.
This is Swamiji's addition. Atma, the true of all forms. He keeps on reminding us, yeah.
दिवि सूर्य सहस्रस्य भवेत् युगपत् उत्थिता यदि भासदृशी सा स्यात् भासस्तस्य महात्मनः. यदि, if divi, in the sky, surya sahasrasya bhaha, effulgence of 1000 suns, yugapat, simultaneously, uttitha bhavet, should rise, sa, that effulgence, tasya mahatmanaha bhashaha, the effulgence of that great Lord, sadrishi syat, would be equal to, if 1000 effulgent suns should simultaneously rise in the sky, that effulgence would be equal to the effulgence of that great Lord. Just think of the brightness of a blazing summer sun. Now, suppose 1000 suns rise simultaneously in the sky. How effulgent would it be? Equivalent to that, Sanjaya says, was the effulgence of Ishvara's cosmic form. It was, Shankara says, equivalent to the effulgence of Ishvara's cosmic form. It's repeated, same thing. Huh?
Yeah, but Shankara says, but Shankara gave some further comments also that he is explaining, yeah.
Okay. No example will be adequate because he transcends all comparisons. It is impossible even to imagine. That is why he said it is like 1000 suns simultaneously rising. It does not happen and it is difficult even to imagine it. If you could imagine 1000 suns rising in the sky, that would be the effulgence of Ishvara in this cosmic form. Here the Upama illustration is not drawn from any known experience because there is none. So you are asked to imagine. This is known in Sanskrit literature as Sambhavita Upama. Tatraikastam jagat krishnam pravibhaktam anekadha apashyat deva devasya sharire pandavastada. Tada, then Pandavaha, Arjuna, Tatra Deva Devasya Sharire, there in the body of the Lord of all gods, Ekastam, remaining in a single form, Jagat Krishnam, the entire world, Anekada Pravibhaktam, distinctly divided in a manifold way, Apashyat, saw. Then, there in the body of the Lord of all gods, Pandava Arjuna, saw the entire world remaining in a single form but distinctly divided in a manifold way. There, in that Vishwarupa, this entire world remaining within the boundaries of one form retained the distinction of each form therein. It was divided in many ways into celestials, devas, humans, manushyas, the mains, etc. Shankara says. Included are the animals, yakshas, rakshasas, Gandharvas, all in one form. Arjuna saw all this in that particular form, the body of the Lord of all the gods. Verses.
This is now at that time when Shankara, when Vyasa's time and all, they didn't it's only an visual imagination. Nowadays everything is available in 3D, 4D and all that. You can easily visualize how it can happen on a screen continuously, no end, all going in 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions, 5 dimensions. If you put that virtual reality goggles, you can see all the dimensions. So you can easily imagine, we can easily visualize what it could have been. Yeah.
Verses 14 to 29, wonderstruck by the cosmic form, Arjuna reports his own experience. Tataha samvismayat vishto Prishtaroma Dhananjaya Pranamya Shirasa Devam Kritanjalira Bhashata. Tataha, then Sa Dhananjaya, that Arjuna, Vismaya Vishtaha, overwhelmed with awe. Prishtaroma, his hair standing on end. Devam Shirasa Pranamya, saluting the Lord with his head. Kritanjalihi, with hands folded together. Abhashata, said. Then, overwhelmed with awe, with his hair standing on end, Arjuna, saluting the Lord with his head, hands folded together, said. Arjuna is actually seeing this. What would be his lot? He does not know whether to laugh or to cry. Sometimes emotions are not very distinct. If it is one form of emotion, you can cry. If it is another, you can laugh. But on seeing the cosmic form, Arjuna is overwhelmed with wonder and also fear, as he is going to say later. Everything is mixed up. The impact is so great that his hair stands on end and hence he is called Rishtaroma. Arjuna, bowing his head with folded hands, says the following in praise of the Lord. Arjuna Vacha Pashyami Devam Stava Pashyami Deva Tava Deva Dehe Sarvastada Bhuta Vishesha Sanghan Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam Rishim Cha Sarvan Uragamscha Divyan. Arjuna Uvacha said, Deva, O Lord, Tavadehe, in your body, Sarvan Devan, all the celestials, Tatha, so too, Bhuta Vishesha Sangan, hosts of different types of beings, Brahmanam,
Manam Isham.
Brahmanam Isham, the Lord Brahma, Kamala Sanastam, one who is seated on the lotus, Rishi Cha Sarvan, and all the rishis, Muragan Cha Divyan, and celestial snakes, Pashyami, I see. Arjuna said, in your body, O Lord, I see all the celestials as well as hosts of different types of beings, the Lord Brahma residing in Brahmaloka, seated on the lotus, and all the rishis and celestial snakes. Arjuna says, this cosmic form that you have shown, I am seeing. Within the scope of your body, I see all the celestials, Sarvan Devan Pashyami. I see hosts of various beings enjoying different types of bodies, Bhuta Vishesha Sanghan. Some of them, Shankara says, are stationary, Stavara, like trees and plants, and some are mobile, Jangama, like the animals, and human beings, and so on. Assembled in countless different ways, I see varieties of beings in you, says Arjuna. Arjuna saw Brahmanam Isham, the four-faced Lord, who is the creator of everything. This is not Brahman here, because Arjuna is not seeing himself as Brahman. What he sees is all within Aparavidya, though not separate from Parameshwara. This Brahmaji is the one who is seated on the lotus in Brahmaloka, Kamalasanastam. So Arjuna is saying that he is seeing Brahmaloka, and he says, I see the rishis and all the celestial snakes, Uragas, like Vasuki. Uras means chest and Ga means one who goes. So the one which moves on its body, Urasa Gachati iti Uragaha, is the snake. Vasuki is the most famous of them all, a celestial snake which Arjuna is seeing now. Of course, earthly snakes are also included, but when he is seeing Vasuki and other celestial snakes, they do not count. Further, Aneka Bahudara Bhakta Netram Pashyami Tvam Sarpato Nanta Rupam Nantam Namadyam Na Punastavadim Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. Tvam Pashyami, Tvam Pashyami, Tvam Pashyami, I see you. Aneka Bahu Udara Vaktra Netram, as one who has countless arms, stomachs, mouths and eyes. Sarvataha, from every quarter, Ananta Rupam, one with endless forms. Vishveshwara, O Lord of creation. Vishwarupa, O Lord of the cosmic form. Tava, you have. Na Antam, no end. Na Madhyam, no middle. Na Punaha Adim, and again no beginning. Pashyami, I see. I see you having countless arms, stomachs, mouths and eyes. From every quarter, you have endless forms. I see that you have no end, no middle, and again no beginning. O Lord of creation, Lord of the cosmic form. Arjuna continues, I see you having countless arms, stomachs, mouths and eyes. Aneka literally means not one, it can mean two, but here it is countless. I see that you have endless forms, Ananta Rupam. Whatever Arjuna has heard of or studied in the Puranas, including all the Devas, Yakshas and other celestials, he is able to see now because it is all Bhagavan's Maya. Bhagavan presents Arjuna with a form that includes everything he knows of,
He knows of. Yeah.
directly or indirectly. He must see everything he knows because only then will he have Shraddha. Whether there is a Yaksha, Lord Krishna presents a Yaksha because Arjuna believes in Yakshas, Rakshasas, Asuras, Siddhas and Rishis. All of them are talked about in the Puranas. So Arjuna has an idea of what exists in the universe, and when he asks to see the cosmic form, naturally he expects all these, and he is seeing them all. In the universe as we know it, there are satellites, black holes and so on. If Lord Krishna were to present us today with a cosmic form, he would include the black holes and so on, so that we would know that everything is included. I do not see an end, na antam pashyami. There is neither a top nor a bottom. Everywhere he looks, it is endless. This is a relative apekshika end here. And I do not see any middle, na madhyam, nor any beginning, na adi. Adi can also be taken as the head and anta as the feet. In any form, however big it is, you are generally able to see its limit, but not in the Vishwarupa. When there is no beginning or end, there is not going to be anything in between, Madhya. In fact, everything seems to be in the middle, Madhya. This is the form that Arjuna sees, addressing Krishna as Vishweshwara, Lord of the world, and Vishwarupa, the very cosmic form. Shall we continue?
No, we'll start with this.
Okay, we'll do it next week, no problem. So it's good to go through these verses again and just do the lot of, we can do Dhyanam also, it's a good thing. Yeah. We'll read next time. A lot of reading you have done this time. But there is not much to discuss, that's why I thought let us go through that, but at the same time it is good to know the glories, and also the idea is, see, whatever is that, like he has mentioned here, whatever Arjuna can visualize from his own life and his own imagination, that also is shown, and whatever he doesn't know, that also will be shown, that he will say later. But what is important is, it is not like in terms of understanding, the whole thing is the variety of forms and names, what we call Jagat, is purely antastham. It's all in our own imagination. It's all. Yes. That is possible because the endless, the whole thing is a movement of the being. There is no real thing. There is no, if it is a timeless, spaceless, and if it is not a thing, sky and the infinite is a limit. And it is possible right now in our, that we will tell later. In the sense, once you understand the beings, the Vishwarupa is nothing but the expression of the being, as we can easily imagine. Every day morning we start, that Kshanam we start as a blank being. And at once, immediately your whole world manifests in your this thing. And you may not exactly seeing all at once. You will be attending to, okay, first you will see the mirror in the bathroom, next you will see the coffee, but all are there in your imagination. It all comes into being at once, as soon as you wake up. This is only an extrapolation of the manifestation that comes into the being everyday morning of all the jantus. Just imagine all the jantus getting up at the same time and getting into their world. The combination is the Vishwarupa, nothing but that, honestly speaking. Something more will be there because we have not seen many jantus. There may be many jantus in many planets, all of them may be getting up and all of them have their own world, like what we are saying about the Webb's telescope. There are 450 million, so many galaxies are there, so many Milky Ways are there. So many jantus may be something, that is why in Shastra it always say, a human being or anyone equivalent to a human being in any other planet or any other galaxy. So we do not know, but there may be other human beings in other galaxies and all that. So all of them put together will have a certain imagination coming up. Every day, every night, one half of the universe will come up, one half will go back to Pralayam. Another half comes back to manifestation. Another half goes to Pralayam. Like that it is happening. So in terms of Vidya, infinite is the limit because it's continuously changing. There is no real form. There is no time-bound, space-bound form. And that is what is exploding into various forms, and the sky is the limit. That is what is essentially you have to understand, which he will tell later. Whatever way you see it, unless you understand it, Jnana Chakshu is more important than Divya Chakshu. He will say later. When Arjuna says, please come back to your normal nice form, I cannot comprehend anymore. Then he will say, there is no point in looking for Divya Vishwarupam and all that. You have to understand the whole thing. Jnana Chakshu is more important. That is the purpose of this whole study. That's what he will say later. We will come to that. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti.